Welcome, everybody, to Everett's Frank Goddard Stadium for the inaugural game of the Seattle Spartans of the WFA Women's Football Alliance as the Seattle Spartans get set to take on the Southern Oregon Lady Gades right here on STSPN. I'm Perry Williams, along with my broadcast partner, Bob Crawford. Bob, a lot of excitement for this first game for the Seattle Spartans.
Yes, there is. Last year, this team was known as the Everett Rain, a team that went 6-2 in regular season. They made the playoffs for the third year in a row, where they lost to the San Diego Rebellion. But this is a new team with a new name and a new owner, Nicole Pelham. They have a good mix of returning veterans from last year's team and some very new talented players.
Well, they got some returning players. What's some of their strengths from last year, Bob?
Well, last year they had a very, very stingy defense. The team last year led all of Division II in the WFA in defense, giving up just 12 points per game. They had 3 shutouts last season.
All right, Bob, you mentioned some key core players returning. Who are we going to be seeing?
Well, we might be seeing quarterback Michelle Walsh, although there's a rumor that she might not be starting for us tonight, but she brings lots of experience from last year. Also, the owner, Nikki Pelham, she is returning for her 5th year on the team. She is a running back for the team. And all-time American center Leanne Lehman, who has been with the team from its beginning also. She plus Sarah Cooper, Shane Matson, and All-American Regina Buckmiller bring experience to the offense and defensive lines.
All right, well, I guess we're about ready to kick off here, and the Lady Gades are going to be kicking off to the Seattle Spartans. Back deep will be Miranda Hansen, and I believe that's Holly Amelia. And here is the kickoff. We're ready to get this season underway, and it's going to be picked up by Amelia about the 27-yard line. She gets over the 30, 35, over the 40, good return, and she's going to be down about the 43-yard line, but there is a loose ball.
Amelia Hansen, the ball carrier, up to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Spartans.
And it is, no, they're going to say a fumble, a turnover, so that is not how the Spartans wanted to start this off. So the Spartans defense is going to be challenged right away, having to defend a short field, and the Lady Gades are going to start off on the Seattle 43.
1st and 10, Southern Oregon.
Second effort was what caused that fumble, unfortunately. She tried to get a few more yards and bounced out and got her hand slapped on that one.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Lady Gades at the Spartan 43-yard line. The quarterback will be number 44, Becca Davidson, for the Gades. Becca Davidson. And they set up, and we've got a whistle right away here. And they forgot to pick up the tee on the back of on the kickoff, so that gets picked up, thrown off the field. So you mentioned before, Bob, this defense for the Spartans last year was, as Everett Rain was very good. Here we go, 1st down and 10. Davidson has running backs right and left, and they hand off, and big tackle from behind the line of scrimmage. That's Regina Buckmiller from Marysville with the tackle for about a 6-yard, make it about a 7-yard loss.
A fumble on the play also. Did they give it to the Spartans?
Regina Buckmiller, she just blew through the line of scrimmage, and big hit, and nope, they're going to say a loss of 4.
Loss of 4.
So ball down at the 48-yard line of the Seattle Spartans.
They got back as fast as that ball was handed off. It was a high snap, but right off the bat, they were right in there.
Regina Buckmiller, an All-American, WFA All-American last season.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So 2nd down and 5. And now we've got a flag thrown in the backfield. It's going to be a penalty, too much time. And I think we're going to see maybe some first game of the season woes from both teams. Turnover and penalty. So that takes the ball back to the 47 of Southern Oregon. The Gades set up. Now they've got 7, or make it 2nd down and about 20. Davidson gets a snap. He's going to hand off to Jessica Ono. Ono going the right-hand side. She gets maybe a couple of yards, and she is going to be brought down. And I think they're on the stop. Jennifer Reynolds,
Gain of 2 yards.
outside linebacker on the stop, maybe 2. So she gets down about the Seattle 49. So it's going to be third down and about 17 yards for the Lady Gades. And again, the Gades may need to think about hurrying it up here. Wide out, far to the left. The other one far to the right. Let's see if quarterback Becca Davidson has got an arm. And we're going to have penalty. And I think this is going to go against the Gades. Let's see. Yep, it's going to be a false start against Lady Gades. So makes that third and long even longer as they take the ball back to their own 44-yard line. So Gades are working backwards here. Davidson gets a snap, high snap. She does a good job holding on to it. Rolls out to her right. She's going to get pressured, throws it downfield. Going to be complete at the Seattle 45 and then brought out of bounds at the 39-yard line. On the catch for the Gades was Devon Walker.
Pass is complete to Devon Walker up to the Seattle 39-yard line.
So it's going to be
at the Seattle 39.
Second down, should be fourth down and 5 for the Gades. Big gain there, and Davidson had a pretty good arm on that one, Bob.
Yes, she did. Even after that bad snap, she was able to get that down the sideline there really nicely.
Davidson again sets up. 2 wide outs to the left this time, 1 to the right. Big fourth down here. Gets a snap, looking to throw. Going to be a short throw. It's going to be incomplete. And a little flare pass. Trying to get that one out to number 52. And I don't have a 52 on my roster, so I don't know who that would be. But incomplete, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. So the Spartan defense comes up tough. And now it'll be first down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Seattle Spartans will come out. Brittany Wilson will be starting at quarterback. And 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield for Brittany. Gets a snap, going to hand off. Little running sweep, and she gets that one over to Lori Darth. 5'3" running back or wide receiver coming in a little sweep, cuts it inside, gets maybe a yard, maybe 2, about the 41-yard line. So second down and 9 now for the Spartans. 3 wide outs right, 2 to the left. And they're going to hand off to Darth again, and she's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Keeps the legs pumping, and she gets maybe 2 or 3 yards. She did that just by sheer willpower alone there. Gets to about the 42-yard line. So third down and 8. Brittany has man go in motion. Got a little flare pass out the right-hand side. It's going to be complete over the 50, cutting it up, and that was Nicole Pelham on the catch, and she gets it all the way down to the 46-yard line.
Another Spartans first down.
For the Southern Oregon Gades, all the way down to the 46.
First and 10 Spartans.
So first down and 10 for the Spartans. Empty backfield. Murphy has Darth go in motion, fakes the handoff, looks to keep it herself, and breaks 1 tackle, but the second tackle is right there, and she's going to be tackled for a loss. Let's see where they spot this. And that's going to be, they're going to give her forward progress to the 48. So loss of 2.
Loss of 2.
Empty backfield again for Brittany Murphy. Has a person go in motion. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw over the middle, and it's going to be deflected. Getting a hand on that was Kelsey O'Connor. Knocking that loose.
Third down.
So third down and 12.
Third down and 12.
For the Seattle Spartans. And we have a timeout. And we are going to take a break. No score. And you're listening to WFA Football on STSPN. Back. 10:15 left to go in the first period. First drive for the Seattle Spartans. They have a 3rd down and 11. They called a timeout to think about it. Now they'll set up 2 backs in the backfield for quarterback Brittany Murphy. Has person go in motion. Now she gets a snap. She's going to hand off right up the middle to Pelham, and that's all the way down to about the 43.
Pelham, the ball carrier.
And that gets down to about the 43-yard line.
Up to the 43-yard line. 4th down.
So it'll be 4th and make it about 7. Spartans are going to go for it. It's going to be Brittany Wilson gets a snap. She's going to hand off again to Pelham up the middle. She's got the first down and then some all the way to the 35-yard line. Big 4th down conversion for the Seattle Spartans. They're moving the ball.
A really good job of opening up that middle for them. We had the first couple plays there before that timeout. They had not been able to find a way to get find themselves an avenue, and great job on the line there.
Wilson gets a snap, hands off to Pelham again up the middle. Big hole for her. She has about 4 or 5 yards all the way down to the 29-yard line.
Up to the 29-yard line.
This is going to be the 8th play of this drive. 2 wide outs left, 1 to the right. Wilson has a person go in motion. Gets a snap. It's going to hand off again to Pelham. Pelham breaks it out to the outside. This time it's read well by the Lady Gades. On the stop was Keely Parker. And Keely may be a little injured. She's down on the turf.
That was an emphatic tackle she had on. I would have expected Miss Pelham to have more of an issue the way she was thrown to the ground. It was a really solid tackle there.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And they're going to administer to Keely Parker. She's getting looked at. And should we take a break and take a quick break? You're listening to WFA football right here on STSPN. It'll be a 3rd down and 2. We hope that Keely Parker is going to be okay. She's getting taken off the field, kind of walking gingerly. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Spartans from the 27-yard line of the Southern Oregon Lady Gades. Renegades is where they get the Gades. Brittany Wilson, the quarterback. Directs some traffic now. She is set. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide outs to the left. Person goes in motion. Gets a snap. It's going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham up the middle. I believe she's got the first down by about a yard all the way to the 24.
Up to the 24-yard line, and that's another Spartans first down.
This will be the 3rd first down of this drive that started from the Seattle 39-yard line. 1st down and 10 from the 24-yard line. Wilson looks over the defense, lifts her foot, man goes in motion. Now she gets a snap. She's going to hand off up the middle, and this time on the carry was Regina Buckmiller.
Regina Buckmiller, the ball carrier.
Buckmiller gets maybe to the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 2 wide outs left.
Spartans.
2 in the backfield. Wilson, again, a long count, gets a snap. Going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham breaks it out to the left-hand side, breaks one tackle, and she gets over to the 20, about the 19-yard
The
line.
ball carrier.
Looked like if she'd have shook one more foot, she'd have been able to break it for a few more yards there.
That counter was almost there, like you say. They just got able to break through all that to the right. She was trying to go to the left and just missed that.
So 3rd down and a long 5 for the Seattle Spartans.
5 yards to go, Spartans.
And we've got a penalty against Seattle.
Illegal substitution, I think.
And I think that is probably what we hear, illegal substitution, and that might be it. Pelham coming out. And what was 3rd and 5,
5-yard illegal
now it's going to be
substitution.
3rd and 10. Move the ball back to the 24. It's got to be 4-down territory right here, wouldn't you think, Bob?
Yes, we haven't seen their kicker in action yet, so I'm going to go with 4 downs on that.
Holly Amelia in the backfield. Wilson directs some traffic. 3 wide outs on the left. Brittany Wilson. Long count, gets a snap. Little pitch out to Holly Amelia, and she is met in the backfield for no gain, and Emily Murphy on the stop.
Slow developing play. They were trying to get that hole open on the right-hand side and did not go fast enough.
So 4th down and 11. This has been a 12-play drive, eating a lot of clock. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this first period. 3 wide outs to the right. 2 to the left, empty backfield. They're going to get to the person in motion and cutting it up in the middle, and that is going to be Holly Amelia. She gets maybe about 3 yards before she's down about the 22-yard line, but that is going to do it, and the Seattle Spartans, they'll turn it over on downs. So it'll be Lady Gades ball. 6:13 left to go in this first period. First game for the Seattle Spartans. Just tuning in. Team used to be the Everett Rain last year. Team that went 6-2. Made it to the playoffs. Lost to San Diego in the playoffs. They look to get back there again for the 4th year in a row. Now the Gades will come out. Becca Davidson, the quarterback. Gets a snap. Getting pressured, looking to throw, going over the middle. It's going to be complete to number 14. Breaks it up to the 35. That is Emily Murphy. Murphy is brought down
by Lori Dirth.
Dirth on the stop, but that is a big first down for the Lady Gades. Down to the 37-yard line, and
1st and 10.
Becca Davidson not afraid to put it up in the air. So the 1st down and 10 for the Lady Gades. No stats on Davidson, but I'm guessing she's about 5'5", 5'6". 2 backs in the backfield on her left and right. 2 wide outs to the left. Gets a snap. Getting pressured. Goes out to the right. Looking to get that one completed to Emily Murphy, but overthrown.
Emily Murphy.
Nicole Pelham on the coverage.
Nicole Pelham on the coverage.
2nd down and 10 now for the
2nd and 10.
Lady Gades. Lady Gades out of Medford, Oregon. Part of the Pacific League. They play in they're a Division III team in the WFA. Seattle Spartans, a Division II.
Yeah. No.
Along with Tacoma Trauma and I believe the Portland Shock.
This is better than a sophomore football game.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Davidson fakes the handoff, has time to throw. Now she's getting pressured. She's going to run and carry it herself. And on the stop for the Spartans, Sarah Cooper coming in and getting a hand of Davidson and bringing her down. Davidson maybe gets 2 yards on the carry to the 39-yard line. Little
Up to the 39-yard
fake handoff there, and we've got a timeout in the action. No score here at Frank Goddard Stadium. This is WFA football, Seattle Spartan football on STSPN. Frank Goddard Stadium, no score here. 5:14 left to go in the first period. Bob, both teams seem like able to move the ball between the 30s, but the defense then tighten up.
And we'll see in both lines really doing a good job of holding their own. It's been the play of Miss Davidson so far that's been good for Southern Oregon.
3rd down and 7. Ball at their own 39-yard line.
7 for Southern Oregon at the 39.
Davidson sets up, one back in the backfield. She's got 2 wideouts right, 2 left. Davidson gets a snap. She's looking to throw. She's getting pressured. Rolls out to her right. She's going to carry it herself. Pricks it over the 40, over the 45. Breaks a tackle over the 50. She's still going into Spartan territory. She's finally brought down by Brandy Ride about the 40-yard line.
40-yard line, and that's a first down for Southern Oregon.
21-yard run I've got for her on that.
And just a good play by Becca Davidson of the Gades. She had nobody to throw it to, and she was being chased. Cheyenne Matson chasing her down, but she broke containment, and she had room to run. So first down and 10 for the Gades in Spartan territory. Davidson getting the snap. She's looking to throw. Goes over the middle. It's going to be complete at the 35, over the 20, and brought down at the 15-yard line on the carry for the Lady Gades, number 24, and that is Amanda Brewster.
Amanda Brewster with the catch up to the 16-yard line, and that's another Southern Oregon first down.
So 10. Balls will be spotted at the 17-yard line, and little slant pattern right over the middle, and Davidson put it right on the money to Brewster. First down and 10. And this one's going to be a low snap. Davidson picking it up, gets the ball out. It's going to be incomplete, trying to hit number 5. And that is Jessica Ono.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 5.
So it'll be second down and 10.
Second and 10 at the Spartan 17.
And with this wind that was blown, it still looks like it's blowing pretty hard out of the south. That may affect any kind of ball thrown in the air, but so far Davidson's been able to put it on target, I think, about 50% of the time. Second down and 10 now for the Gades. Davidson getting the snap, looking to go over the middle, almost intercepted by Miranda Hansen.
Pass is incomplete.
Miranda Hansen had her hands on it,
Nicole Hansen
just in and out of her hands.
At the Spartan 17.
So it's going to be third down and 10 from the 17-yard line. 4:17 left to go in this first period. No score, but the Lady Gades of Southern Oregon are in the red zone. They started this drive from their own 24. This is going to be now the 8th play of the drive. 2 wide outs left. 2 backs in the backfield for Davidson. Gets a snap. She's going to fake the handoff. No, she does hand off, and over to the right-hand side, making a good stop for the Spartans.
Britannia Flickinger, excuse me.
Flickinger. Britt Anna Flick from Stanwood, our neck of the woods.
There you go.
4th down and 10. Again, the Seattle Spartans really drawing their players from Seattle northward, Everett, Lake Washington, Stanwood, all the way up to Bellingham. 4th down and 10 for the Lady Gades. See if the Spartan defense can hold on and get another turnover on downs. Davidson gets a snap. She's looking to throw. She's going to the end zone, gets it out, airs it out, and it's going to be incomplete. It was on the money, but just in and out of the hands of their intended receiver.
Devin Walker right there in the corner on that fade, and unable to bring it down, leaped up high, but could not bring it down.
That was a nice throw by Davidson. Right, it was on the money, but it's a little bit tough. So turnover on downs, and again, these teams able to move it between the 20s, but then the defenses tighten up. Another that was a 8-play drive, make it a 9-play drive. Now the Spartans will take over at their own 17-yard line. Brittany Wilson, 2 backs in the backfield. She's the quarterback. Gets a snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, and it's going to be batted out of the air. Number 37, Lisa Wilson, just smacked it.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 22, Sarah Cooper.
So
2nd and 10.
the 2nd and 10 for your Seattle Spartans. I like these uniforms too. They're green and black.
And the numbers are really nice to read, huh?
Yes, they are, aren't they? 2nd down and 10. 2 wide outs on the left. Wilson fakes the handoff one way, then hands off to Pelham. Pelham gets hit right as she hits the line of scrimmage and maybe gets a yard. It's going to be to the 18. We joke we get a chance. We call a lot of high school ball games, and the trend now is dark uniform with dark numbers that are a broadcaster's nightmare. 3rd down and make it a long 8 for the Spartans. Wilson has a person go in motion. Gets a snap, looking to throw. It's going to outside. It's going to be complete, but going to be only good for about 2-yard gain on the catch with Sarah Cooper.
Pass is complete to Sarah Cooper, gain of 2.
She gets to, we'll give her to the 20. So 4th down and 7, and I think you're looking at a punting situation here. Our first punt of the ball game. 2:17 left to go in this first period, and we've got another timeout. No score here from Frank Goddard Stadium. You're listening to Seattle Spartan WFA football on STSPN. Welcome back, Frank Goddard Stadium. It is going to be a 4th down and 7 for the Seattle Spartans from their own, well, just shy of the 20-yard line.
4th and 7.
And they're going to go for it. 4th and 7 from their own 20. Wilson gets a snap, looking to throw. She's got time. No, she's going to keep it herself. She gets it up to the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Wilson, the ball carrier, up to the spawn.
And
23. Turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs for the Seattle Spartans. Kind of a gutsy call for Coach Boyd there.
I was kind of waiting to see possibly a pooch kick or something there by Wilson, but she decided to go for it, saw an avenue up that right-hand side, and just couldn't quite get enough yardage.
Coach Boyd must have extreme confidence in his defense.
1st and 10, Southern Oregon.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Southern Oregon from the Seattle 22-yard line.
games too.
So it'll be first down and 10. 2:10 left to go in this first period. On a Saturday evening. Glad to have you with us here on STSPN. Davidson sets up, only one back in the backfield. She gets a snap. She's looking to throw. She's looking to go down to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete.
On a touch behind her. Receiver tried to get a hand on that, pop it up, but unable to do so.
And that is intended for Amanda Brewster out of the backfield and just in and out of her hands. So it'll be second down and 10. The Lady the Gades not afraid to throw it downfield. Second down and 10. A little wind. It is dry out, at least right now, knock on wood. We do have a pretty good wind blowing out of the south. That could affect both teams throwing the football. Now they set up. Second and 10. Davidson, one back in the backfield for her. Gets a snap. Getting pressured, looking to throw. Looks like the same play, and nobody home. And, they're going to call pass interference against Seattle. They're trying to, again, hit it down there to Amanda Brewster. And she was being held or stopped for making the pass pattern. Yep, pass interference against Seattle Spartans, so a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to take the ball down to the 12-yard line. I guess here in WFA football, they put the ball spot of the foul, and that was down at about the 12-yard line. So first down and 10 from the 12 for the Seattle Spartans. Davidson gets a snap. Ball's fumbled. And I think the Gades have fallen back on it, but that was just a snap that was not there to Davidson. And Seattle Gades come up with it.
It looks like that was 42 with the ball.
And that'd be Logan Martin with the return or fumble recovery out of Monroe. So Coach Boyd takes a gamble that his defense is going to come up big, and they did. So now first down and 10 for the Spartans at their own 13-yard line. Brittany Wilson at the quarterback. Empty backfield. She's got three wideouts to her right, one to the left. She gets a snap. She's going to fake the handoff, and there is going to be a fumble. And that one did look like a good idea, but on the recovery was going to be Lisa Wilson for the Gades. So both teams fumble, and now first and goal to go from the 5-yard line with 1:44 left to go in this first period.
First and goal
from the 6, I should say.
At the Seattle Spartan 6.
So the Seattle Spartan defense again asked to defend a short field. Let's see if they can come up with another big play here. Two wide outs to the right, one to the left, one back in the backfield. Davidson gets a snap, rolls out to her right, looking to throw, going over the middle, and it's going to be swatted down. Good defense that time by the Spartans.
That was our Lori Dirth doing a fine job of getting a hand on that one and popping it free.
So second down, goal to go from the 6.
At the Spartan 6. Defense.
And the plays coming in from the bench. Not a lot of players suited up for the Lady Gades. I know they had one young lady injured. And
might be a difference maker in the second half there.
No, the Spartans they've got some players to get some fresh legs out there. But now, second down, goal to go from the 6-yard line. 2 wide outs right, 2 left, 1 back in the backfield. Davidson gets a snap, rolls out to a right, getting pressured, throws, and it's going to be incomplete. I think that bounced off a helmet.
I think it went off the hands of Miss Pellman, actually. She had that opportunity and just couldn't. Through the forest there.
So it's going to be 3rd down and goal to go. Another big defensive stop we need with 1:32 left to go in the first period. No score here. First game of the season for both teams.
Spartans are just missing Davidson right at the very end. We're getting a good rush up the middle and the edges and just not quite coming home right before that pass is flicked out.
Seen Cheyenne Matson has come really close to getting a sack a couple times. Davidson sets him up, gets a snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. She's going to get pressured. She throws it off into the end zone, touchdown. And that one is to number 24, Amanda Brewster.
No, 14.
14, excuse me.
Devin Walker.
Devin Walker on the catch.
Touchdown by number 14, Devin Walker.
So 6-yard touchdown pass. Davidson to Walker. And that is our first score of the ball game. Now we'll see who's kicking the extra point. Will they go for 1 or will they go for 2 here? I wonder if the Lady Gades have a former soccer player on their squad. Doesn't look like. They're going to go for 2.
Really spreading them out, too.
2 wide outs right, 2 left, 1 back in the backfield. Davidson fakes the handoff, rolls out to a right, looking to go in the end zone, going to be incomplete. So the 2-point conversion is no good. We will, I guess we'll keep it right here, and let's talk about the schedule coming up. If you want to go and see a Seattle Spartan football game, we recommend come on out. April 27th, it's First Responders Night. $2 off for first responders against the Portland Fighting Shockwave. And June 1st is Pride Night against the Oregon Hawks. June 8th, Women in Sports Night. And it'll be Powder Puff Football against the Tacoma Trauma. WFA football right here at Frank Goddard Stadium. Should be a lot of fun. Come on out. There'll be a lot of fun and exciting things planned at halftime. And tickets very affordable. Get out here. The good food truck out here. It smelled really good as we came in. So it is a 6-0 ball game. And there was a penalty on the 2-point conversion I think I missed. They're going to move this ball on the kickoff down to the 35-yard line. And the referee is talking with players from Oregon Gades. You know, they're getting the right football, the kicking football, as they bring it out. Chelsea O'Connor will be kicking for the Gades. Back deep will be Miranda Hansen. And I can't see that far number there, Bob. Is that Holly Amelia? 29?
I can't tell what's a 9 or a 6 myself, unfortunately.
Or Sarah Cooper could be. Let's see. No, Davidson, the quarterback, is the kicker. It's going to be a low squib kick, and it's going to be picked up by Tammy Johnson, and she's going to fall on it right at the 40-yard line. So the Seattle Spartans, see if they can answer back here. Both teams' first 2 drives fairly successful, except not coming up with points. If you like drives that eat yards, eat time, both teams had it. Finally, a turnover that the Lady Gades took advantage of, and they scored a touchdown. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Seattle Spartans from their own 40. Brittany Wilson Gets a snap, fakes the handoff. She's going to hand off now to Pelham. Pelham on the left-hand side. And there is a pretty good size hole. Good for 5-yard gain. Let's see where they spot it. Just shy of the 45.
Also 5 yards.
So yeah, see one line judge standing on the 44 and the other one at the 45. So they agree to go with the 45-yard line. Second down and 5. 3 wide outs right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield this time for Brittany Wilson. Now somebody goes in motion. She's going to hand off and trying to bring it around the corner, breaking one tackle, but not getting around the second is Lori Darth.
Lori Darth, the ball carrier.
And Lori maybe lost a yard on that.
Loss of a yard.
It's about the 43. I think it lost 2. We've got a Lady Gade that's shaken up. And that is Emily Murphy. And she comes up and she's going to come out. So now it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Seattle Spartans. And that's going to be it for the first period. So after 1 period of play, it is the Southern Oregon Lady Gades 6 and the Seattle Spartans nothing. You are listening to WFA football right here on STSPN. Welcome back. We start the second period.
3rd down.
The Seattle Spartans will have the ball 3rd down and 7 from their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43.
They're down 6-0 to the Southern Oregon Lady Gades. The Gades get lined up on the right side of the football. Change of direction. Backfield, Brittany Wilson, the quarterback. Has a person go in motion. Pelham in the backfield. She's going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham on the right side. Breaks a tackle. Breaks up over the middle, over the 50, all the way down to the 46-yard line. Big first down for the Seattle
up to the
Spartans.
46-yard line, and that's another Spartans first down.
That offensive line doing a good job up front for the Spartans.
And it was a quick hitter, too. It was nice to see. Some of these have been slow developing plays. That quick hitter was right through that hole. That was nice and wide for her to move through.
First down and 10 for the Spartans. Again to Pelham. Pelham breaks one tackle, gets maybe a yard to the 45 before she's brought down.
Ball carrier. Gain of a short yard.
So second down. Let's see where they spot this. Not a generous spot. Second and a long 9.
At the 45.
A cool April evening here. Frank Goddard Stadium. 2 wide outs to the left. Brittany Murphy gets a snap. Going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham on the right side maybe gets half a yard to about the 44.
Gain of a short yard.
And this should be 3rd down now and make it about 8, 3rd and 8. We've got a player shaken up.
On the field.
We talked about Seattle Spartan game day tickets, single game tickets. Well, hey, just $12. Bring the family. Kids under 5 get in free. And there's a military and seniors. Hey, just $10. And we've got some good games coming up. April 27th, Spartans taking on the Portland Fighting Shockwave. June 1st against the Oregon Hawks. And June 8th will be against the Tacoma Trauma.
2019 mascot.
Come on out on a Saturday night. Bring the family. You can't get anywhere with less than 20, 30 bucks for a family to come in. Good entertainment. 3rd down and 8 now for the Seattle Spartans. Kind of a wishbone looking offense here for the Spartans this time. Now they break out of it. Wilson gets a snap. She's going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham breaks it up on the right-hand side, and she gets about 3 yards, but there is going to be a fumble. And I don't see who got it. Let's see who fell on that one. It might be Gades' ball. Nope, they're going to say she held on to it, so she got down to about the 43. 4th down and 7. Spartans are going to go for it.
At the 43.
2 wide outs left. 2 backs in the backfield. Now, we got a penalty. And I think it's going to go against Seattle procedure. So what was 4th and 7 is going to bring that ball all the way back to about the 50-yard line. Now they bring it to the 48, so make it about 4th and 12 now.
4th and 12 at the 48. No kickers.
So now the Spartans are starting to look like they're going to punt. See who's that back there to punt, Bob? It's going to be a high snap over Regina Buckmiller. She's going to pick it up, and she's going to carry it herself, and she's going to get brought down at the 42-yard line.
Regina Buckmiller, the ball carrier.
And that is going to be, we'll just call it a turnover on downs again.
Turnover on downs.
And that was
officials timeout on the field.
Punt that just went awry. Buckmiller doing maybe just the smart thing, not trying to do anything real exciting with it, pick it up and run. So the Lady Gades are going to start off 1st down and 10 from their own, from the Seattle 43.
1st and 10, Southern Oregon.
And
from the Seattle 43-yard line.
Lineman chain gang moves to the other side of the field.
This one you were a watch right there, so keep it on the field.
Now they figure out which way they're going on that one. They slide it on over. Now they're heading the right direction. So the Lady Gades take over. They've got pretty good field position again. Start their drive at the Seattle 43. Lady Gades, Southern Oregon Lady Gades, or Renegades, lead at 6-0. Davidson, the quarterback. It's going to be a little wildcat, and this one goes to number 24, brings it on the right-hand side, breaks the tackle, gets over the 35, cuts it inside, and then back outside, and finally she gets it all the way down to the 23-yard line. On the carry is Amanda Brewster.
Up to the 23
And she was tackled by Cheyenne Matson.
1st down for Southern Oregon. 1st and 10, Southern
Gain of
Oregon.
about 20 yards.
At the Spartan 23.
And a little trickery there, a little wildcat. Snapped directly to Brewster and had caught the Spartans napping there. 1st down and 10 for the Gades. Wide out to the left, 2 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Becca Davidson, the quarterback, gets a snap. Looks like she's going to fan off. Now throws it down to the end zone. It's going to be, almost intercepted. Great defensive play that time by the Seattle Spartan, Britt-Anna Flickinger from Stanwood.
Second time she's had a nice little play in there and just half step off of hauling one in.
2nd and 10.
Spartans need a big turnover here. Both teams have fumbled it a couple of times. 2nd down and 10 for the Gades at the Seattle 23-yard line. 6-0 our score. 12:01 left to go in this first half. Gades taking a lot of time here. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Gades spread them out of the shotgun is Davidson, and now we've got a penalty, and it's from the back jug. That's going to be too much time. I thought maybe that was taking a little bit too much time to develop.
It brings the ball back up to the 28-yard line.
So 28-yard line penalty, or for the penalty.
2nd and 15.
So 2nd and 15 for the Lady Gades.
Defense.
Davidson gets a snap, looking to throw, looking to go down over the middle. Long throw down. It's going to be complete at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown for number 52, which I do not have on my roster.
Number 52 of Southern Oregon.
It's 57-yard or 37-yard TD
Touchdown.
reception there.
So that was just right on the money for Davidson. Doing a good job airing that one out. So makes it now 12-0.
It's not like
And Davidson looks like the Lady Gades are going to go for 2 one more time.
The 52's got some speed. They had that pass. She was almost throwing that as soon as she received the from the center.
Yeah, it was right on the money, and she was downfield in a hurry. Now they get the high snap. They're going to hand off to number 24, Amanda Brewster, and she is denied on the stop for the Spartans. Number 80, I think, is that 88?
I thought it was 40. I thought it was Stephanie Howard, but I'm not positive on that.
So the 2-point conversion, no good, and it is going to be 12-0. We will take a quick break. Our score, Southern Oregon Lady Gades 12 and the Seattle Spartans nothing. This is Spartan football on STSPN. Welcome back. Frank Goddard Stadium, 12-0 our score. Southern Oregon Lady Gades over our Seattle Spartans. Bob, Spartans need to get a good drive here and eat up some clock and then also get some points and get right back into this ball game before half.
Coach had talked about us seeing some passing plays. We have not seen very many of those. We need something to kind of break up Pelham's run. She's been getting some good runs and some good slashes through the middle, but just kind of becoming redundant almost.
So the Gades are going to set up. What might be a factor, as we mentioned before, not a lot of players suited up for the Lady Gades. And, of course, they're going both ways. By the time this game is over, this is the first game of the season, they might have some tired women on that Lady Gades team.
And they, unfortunately, have also had a few bang-ups already.
Yeah.
So the bodies have already as you say, this is the first day. Of course, they've been practicing for a couple months now, but still.
All right, Davidson will be kicking for the Lady Gades. She kicked a short one the last time she kicked off. Back deep, Miranda Hansen and Holly Amelia. It's going to be kick, and Amelia is going to pick it up. It's going to be a fumble, and Miranda Hansen is going to pick it up. She breaks it out to the right side and trying to find some room, zigs and zags, and she's going to get it up over the 32.
Miranda Hansen, the ball carrier.
But that was good head sub play by Miranda Hansen. And the Spartans will take over at their own 32-yard line.
Davidson had kicked 2 short ones, so I was kind of expecting to see another short one, and
Yeah.
she put a pretty good leg into that.
So let's see if Coach Boyd airs it out a little bit more in this drive. He mentioned he wanted to throw more than they did last year. But he also said he's going to take what the defense gives him. So
Got her for 4 passes so far in this first half, unofficially.
empty backfield for Brittany Wilson. She fakes the handoff, looking to throw, going downfield, and it's going to be intercepted at the 50-yard line by number 14, Devon Walker. She brings it down the right-hand side, and Nicole Pelham on the tackle.
Hansen's pass is intercepted.
So
On the stop for the Spartans.
interception, and
With the interception.
that is not what the coach ordered.
First and 10,
I like the play, though.
Yeah, I did too.
like the play. I like that. It was a nice seam route down there. A little bit more on that, and she was off to the races.
I think, you got to do that every once in a while just to loosen the defense up and show that you can. That time it didn't work out. First down and 10 for the Lady Gades. They're going to be at the Seattle 40-yard line. And again, defense asked to defend a short field. Becca Davidson, a quarterback. Gets a snap. Looking to throw. Going to get pressure. Is going to go down to the left-hand side. And it's going to be caught at the 28-yard line, over the 20, the 15, and out of bounds at the 7-yard line. And Miranda Hansen maybe saved a touchdown for the...
Gabrielle Pimentel was the receiver on that.
I'm going to say she went out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
With the stop.
So the Gades having some success here in this second period, throwing the football. And that looked like pretty good coverage by the Spartans, but caught and good run after the catch. So first down and 10 first and goal to go from the 10. Davidson gets a snap, rolls out to the right. She's looking to air it out and go to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Panya Boyd was the intended target. Excuse me, I got a number. That's that number 52 that we don't know who that is.
Second and 10.
So it'll be second and 10.
11.
Defense asked to stop short fields here the last 4 possessions. Oregon has had it on the Seattle 22, the Seattle 6, Seattle 43, and now the Seattle 40, and they've moved it down now to the Seattle 10-yard line. So the defense has been asked to do a lot here for the Spartans. 2 wide outs right, 2 left for the Gades. Davidson gets a snap. She's going to throw it. She goes to the right-hand side. It's going to be incomplete. On the coverage was Pelham. They're trying to hit number 14, and that is Devon Walker.
Intended for number 14. Pelham on the stop.
And Flickinger was there if just one more step, and she had another shot at the interception again.
Down and 10 at the Spartan 11.
Just have a feeling Wade Davidson is putting it up in the air, and she's not afraid to put it into traffic. That Spartans could come away with a interception.
Well, even on that long possession, I swear it was tipped into the hands of Pimentel.
So third down and 10 from the 10-yard line. Actually, I should say third down, goal to go from the 10. 2 wide outs left, 2 to the right. Ball in the far hash. Davidson fakes the handoff, and she's going to get sacked. No, she breaks the tackle, brings it out over the 20. Now chasing her down and bringing her out, and she gets it all the way down to about the 6-yard line. And maybe saving a touchdown for the Seattle Spartans was number 20.
Ball carrier up to the 6-yard line.
I don't have a 20 in my roster. Well, I see that number right?
Saving a touchdown.
But, boy, Davidson was Cheyenne Matson almost had her for a big loss. Would have been a great defensive play. Had her in a grasp, and Davidson.
Probably Sarah Cooper. That's the only 20 out there. Boy, Buckmiller had her dead to rights and just couldn't wrap her up.
So 4th down and 6 from the 6-yard line. I should say 4th and goal from the 6. We'll get this right sometime. 2 wide outs right, 1 to the left this time. Davidson has Brewster in the backfield with her. Gets a snap, looking to throw, looking to go into the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. And
Pass is incomplete.
the Lady Gades are going to turn it over on down. So Seattle Spartan defense comes up big with a big stop right there. And let's see, with 10:26 left to go in the half, let's see if they can mount a good drive. First drive of the ball game for the Spartans started from their own 39 and 13 plays, took it all the way down to the Lady Gades 22 before they turned it over on downs. And since then, we've had turnover on downs, a fumble, another turnover on downs, and an interception. And that has really shot the offense in the foot. Brittany Wilson sets them up, empty backfield, 2 wide outs to the left, 3 to the right. Now player goes in motion. She's going to hand off, and good defensive play by the Gades.
That's the old 52 that had the tackle. Are they going to call that a safety?
And let's see, where did they get it? She get out of the end zone? She did. Forward progress, maybe bound to the 1. But
2-yard line.
so loss of about 4, close to safety.
Spartans at their own 1.
The defense of the Gades has really stiffened up here in this second period. Now 2 backs in the backfield. Brittany Wilson. Gets a snap. They're going to hand off to Pelham. No, keeps it himself. No, I'm sorry. Hands off to number 27. And that was
Olivia Corals.
Corals, 5'4", running back out of Renton.
Number 27, Corals.
And she gets to the original line of scrimmage, gets it to the 6.
3rd and 10. At their
So
own
3rd
6-yard line.
and 10 for the Seattle Spartans. Again, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide outs to the left. Wilson gets a snap, going to hand off again to Quarles. She gets up over the 10, breaks a tackle. She's over the 15. She's got a first down. Big run that time.
Number 27,
Punishing run. She got hit 3 times. It's incredibly hard, able to bounce off those all the way up. That was a big-time run right there.
Olivia Quarles.
And that's another Spartan.
And that was a big first down for the Seattle Spartans. Gets the ball out of the shadow of their own end zone.
Spartans at their own 18-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 18. And that might be just a little bit of a wrinkle in the offense that Seattle needs to put this Gades defense back on their heels a little bit. 2 wide outs left. Again, 2 backs in the backfield. Wilson gets a snap. He's going to hand off to Quarles again. Quarles on the left side, and she's got room to run. And there's going to be a flag thrown from the line judge. I think I saw a face mask. Let's see. That was a gain of about
Ball's up to the 26.
7. And let's see what they call here.
Face mask white. Clear as day on the field camera.
And face mask, personal foul.
Face mask on Southern Oregon.
So Spartans
Spartan first down.
moving this one. They found another offensive weapon in Miss Quarles.
Been doing a real good job bringing over the tight end Cooper and then just running off that left side.
Timeout, Seattle Spartans.
So we've got a timeout called on the field. We'll take a quick break. It's our Southern Oregon Lady Gades 12, Seattle Spartans nothing. This is Spartan football on STSPN. Welcome back. Frank Goddard Stadium.
42-yard line.
8:09 left to go in this half. 12-0 our ball game. Southern Oregon Lady Gades leading. But Seattle Spartans started this drive from their own 6-yard line. Went backwards to the 1, and now they're at their own 42-yard line. First down and 10. Brittany Wilson. Taking some time. Long count. Gets a snap. Going to have to Quarles. Quarles on the right side this time. She just plows through the line over the 50-yard line. Close to a first down.
Quarles the ball carrier.
And she is a handful to bring down. She hit the line of scrimmage. Oregon 49-yard line.
Line is doing a really good job of surge, though, right now. This last four or so plays in the possession have just been a beautiful job by the line of pushing forward.
Second down and less than a yard.
This might be one of those things where the tiredness of Southern Medford.
2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. The snap going to hand off to Quarles. Quarles this time is met at the line of scrimmage, and she is hit hard. Big collision there.
Loss of 1.
And
third down and 2 at midfield.
And on the stop for the Oregon squad was number, I want to say 37. That would be Lisa Wilson. So loss of about half a yard, ball at the 50. And it'll be third down and a short 2 for the Seattle Spartans. 6:39 left to go in the first half. 12-0 our score. 2 wideouts left. Quarles saying something to Brittany Wilson just before she sets up. Now a player goes in motion. We're going to have too much time thrown from the back judge. And that's going to be what's going to take a third down and short to 3rd and 7 now.
5-yard delay game penalty on Seattle.
Or delay a game.
At the 45.
Spartans set up. Wilson gets a snap. Going to hand off to Quarles. Quarles gets hit in the backfield. And I think they called her number a couple too many times as Oregon has adjusted.
Loss of 2 yards.
Loss of 2 to about the 43. And 5:57. Yeah, Wilson gets the play from the coach, comes back into the huddle. They're going to go for it. 4th and make it 4th and 8.
4th and 8.
Kind of an I formation this time for the Spartans. Wide out left and right. Wilson gets a snap. Going to fake the handoff to Quarles. Wilson rolling out to her right. She's going to have to throw it. Oh, it's going to be hit from behind. There's a fumble, and I think Southern Oregon's going to come up with it at the 37-yard line. And couldn't see who hit her from behind, Bob, but good defensive play by the Gades. Wilson rolling out to her right. She was just outrunning, blindsided from behind, and lost the football.
About the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't see that number either, but yes, it was just a foot race to see how fast she could get a hold of Wilson, unfortunately.
Well, another 9-play drive this time. Again, eating clock, but that in yards, but that's about it. So it'll be Gade ball at the Seattle 37. Ball at the 38-yard line. Becca Davidson, the quarterback. No, it's going to be a wildcat and a hand off or a direct snap to number 5. That's Jessica Ono. And Spartans doing a good job on the stop. Brandy Ride on the stop. Loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 41 of Seattle.
So 2nd down and 11 yards for the Lady Gades. Seattle defense has not played poorly. They're only down by 12, but they've had a short field to defend, and this is, again, what they're trying to do. 2nd down, 11 for the Gades. They're going to hand off to Ono. Ono bringing it on the right-hand side. She turns the corner, brings it upfield. She walks the tightrope down the sidelines, and they're going to say she went out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down. So it'll be 3rd down and make it 4 for the Gades.
At the Seattle Spartan 31.
See if the Spartans can tighten up here. 4:22 left to go in this first half. If they can hold them here in the next 2 downs, they might be able to have time to bring it downfield, maybe get some points on the board before the end of the half. 2 wide outs left, 2 to the right. Davidson gets a snap. Going to hand off to Ono. Ono goes to the right and then cuts it up middle, and she is going to be brought down on the stop for the Spartans. Logan Martin from Monroe gets the stop.
Logan Martin on the stop for your Seattle Spartans.
And maybe about a half a yard. Ball still spotted at the 31. So 4th and 3.
4th and 3.
So if the Spartans can hold on here, they may have some time to move it downfield. Clock ticking. I don't know how many timeouts they have left. They can stop the clock before the half.
Louder.
4th down and 3. Spartans need a big defensive stop right here. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Davidson sets them up. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap. Looks to throw. She's going to get pressured. And she's going to get sacked all the way to the 49-yard line. Big defensive play by the Seattle Spartans. And on the stop, Brandy Ride.
She just pushed that offensive lineman back into Davidson, or not even in the running back, I'm not positive, but she just bowled her way through and able to get down on the tackle. Beautiful tackle by. If there was going to be a play of the game defensively, I would say that would have to be up there in the.
That definitely would be. That was a big defensive play. Now 3:02 left to go in the half, and I thought they're going to get this one back maybe around their 25-yard line, but no, they are going to get fairly good field position here at their own 47. And matter of fact, this is the best field position the Seattle Spartans have had all ball game long.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Spartans.
You don't necessarily have to throw every play here, but you do need to move it downfield with a purpose. You'd like to get a touchdown here at least before the end of the half. getting within shouting distance, down 12-0. Now players coming in. Tammy Johnson, a player in motion, 2 backs in the backfield. And they're going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham brings it up on the right-hand side, maybe gets to the line of scrimmage in a yard. Let's see where the line judge is going to say she gets to the 48.
The gain of a yard.
So second down and 9.
Second 9, Seattle.
Clock ticking, 2:40 left to go in this first half. Spartans kind of taking their time getting in and out of the huddle. Brittany looks at the wristband, make sure she's got the right play. Seattle calls the plays from the side. There we go. There's the snap. Looking to roll out. It's going to be Walsh in the quarterback, and she throws it out to the right-hand side. It's going to be complete.
Walsh's pass.
And Cooper, and that is going to be good for maybe a yard gain to the 49.
Gain of a yard.
And it is going to be Michelle Walsh at quarterback out of Granite Falls, Washington. Lakewood High School alum, Minot State University. She was told that she was hurting, but bring it in. She may play some.
Rubbed some AstroTurf on that wound and jumped right out there.
And
timeout on the field.
We got officials are going to call a timeout. We've got an injured player, and let's talk about the poster contest for the Seattle Spartans. Seattle Spartans schedule posters are blanketing the area from Seattle to Bellingham. Now, if you see a poster, take a picture of it, post it on social media, hashtag Seattle Spartans Women's Tackle Football, and put whatever city or county you are from and support the Spartans from. And each poster you enter will enter you into a drawing to win 2 season tickets and one $10 voucher for Spartan gear good at the home games. Winners will be drawn on the first of each month, 3 winners in all. So look out for those posters. So we do have an injured player. Do we want to take a break here? So we'll take a quick break. Our score, Southern Oregon Lady Gades 12 and the Seattle Spartans nothing. This is Seattle Spartan football on STSPN. Welcome back here at Frank Goddard Stadium. Minute 33 left to go in this first half. Seattle has a 3rd down and 8 from their own 49-yard line. Minute 33 left to go in the first half. They're down by 2 touchdowns, 12-0. And Michelle Walsh at quarterback. One back in the backfield behind her. Walsh looking to throw. She's looking to go deep, and it's going to be incomplete, just a little bit short and almost intercepted. And
broken up by Ono.
Ono
on the
breaking it up, and she's trying to find Miranda Hansen. And it's going to be 4th down and 8. Minute 18, and throw incomplete, stop the clock. Pelham coming out. In the Spartans, they've got they call the plays from the sidelines. They've got the placards and the cards. Michelle Walsh, 5'7". Gets a snap. Going to hand off to Quarles on the right-hand side. Gets over the 50. And not enough for the first down. Gets into Oregon territory, though, to the 49. And Spartans turn it over on downs. So Oregon will have the ball with minute 11 left to go, and Miss Davidson's not afraid to air it out. Bob, do you see him throwing it downfield?
No, they can do a quick one to our Phantom 52
at their own 48.
down that right side, little post down there, no problems.
So they take over at their own 48-yard line, and the worst field position that the Lady Gades have started from in about 4 possessions. 2 wideouts left, 2 to the right. Davidson gets a snap. They're going to hand off. It's bobbled, but then picked up, and bring it around the corner is going to be Devon Walker. And she goes right now. She's going to go left, reverses field, gets over the 50, over the 40, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Man, she went from one side of the field. I mean, she probably ran about 50 yards to gain, 20? Make it 70 yards to gain 20. One side of the field to the other. And a big first down for the Gades all the way down to the 34-yard line of Seattle. And 45 clock winding down with the run does not stop the clock. Two wide outs set up to the left, one to the right. 27 seconds. Davidson, long count, gets a snap. Going to hand off number 24 on the right-hand side, and brought down is Amanda Brewster. And she gets out to about the 30-yard line. Do we have a flag on the field, Bob?
Yes, we do.
See what this penalty is.
We also have an injured player, too.
Little injured Lady Gade, and the trainers come out.
Spartan.
It's going to be a Seattle Spartan that is injured. So 14 seconds left to go in the half. We will take another break. That is the Southern Oregon Lady Gades 12 and our Seattle Spartans nothing. This is WFA Seattle Spartan football on STSPN. And welcome back here to Frank Goddard Stadium. Injured player is still being attended here too with 4 seconds left. What you're seeing now is the aerial view of Frank Goddard Stadium with the roster coming up. These are the roster of the 2019 Seattle Spartans. And take a look at Seattle Spartans' schedule. They're going to next game will be next week. Seattle travel down to take on Tacoma, the Tacoma Trauma at Tacoma. And on the 27th, we're right back here at Frank Goddard Stadium as they take on the Portland Fighting Shockwave. May 11th, Seattle Spartans will be at Portland. And May 18th, Seattle Spartans again at the Oregon Hawks. May 25th, Seattle Spartans will be at the Southern Oregon Lady Gades. And then back home for the final 2 games of the regular season, Seattle taking on the Oregon Hawks. And June 8th, Seattle Spartans taking on the Tacoma Trauma. So, Bob, 12-0 our score, 4 seconds left on the clock. Maybe time for one play, but unfortunately we're attending to an injured player, and we hope that she's going to be okay, and this is more a precaution than something serious, but I believe there is an aid car coming to attend to her.
Well, the collisions have been incredible on both sides of the ball, and you're seeing a lot of action there, obviously. So seeing these kind of injuries is not amazing. You think, you want to say, well, maybe not as big of an impact, but we're seeing some big collisions from both sides of the team, both teams.
And this one definitely, we've got an injured player as the aid car comes up. So talking football for the Lady Gades, they've been able to move the football in the air predominantly on the arm of their quarterback, Becca Davidson. She wasn't even on the roster that they gave us, but we found out what her name was just prior to game time. And she has been able to throw it downfield for a couple of touchdowns. Spartans defense has not played poorly, but they've had some short fields to defend, Bob.
Yes, and I would even say on Davidson, she's had some incredible plays, but overall I would say that her percentile throwing is not that high. She's had some really big plays for the Gades. The defense has been there, and the defense has broken up quite a few passes, but unfortunately, some big plays too.
Okay. And they're still attending the young lady for the Seattle Spartans. This is the WFA. It is the Women's Football Alliance, and the Alliance has been around. This is the 10th year of the Alliance. Full contact women's American League football that began in 2009. The league opened up with 36 teams, and as of 2018, last year, the league's grown to 65 teams from coast to coast, Bob. The league consists of American and National League Conference and holds its playoffs mid-June, and I believe this year it is going to be in Colorado, and I didn't see a city where it's going to be at, but I think I'd fair to guess either Boulder or Denver would be the location where you would see that championship game. And, of course, our Seattle Spartans hoping to make the playoffs and work their way into the Division II championship game there in Colorado, and that would take place in August. And WFA, again, teams in 3 divisions, Division I, Division II, and Division III. And in the Northwest, we have, I think, all 3 divisions are in the league. I believe Tacoma Trauma is a Division I team. So we still got some players that they're looking at. And is that number 88? And we don't have an 88 on our roster. But
I mean, the good news is she's up and walking off the field, and as soon as she saw the ambulance, she was cured, thankfully.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Seattle Spartan Football here on STSPN. And welcome back, Frank Goddard Stadium here. We're just about ready to start the second half. Spartans down 12-0 to the Southern Oregon Lady Gades. I'm Perry Williams along with Bob Crawford. Bob, you turned the ball over 3 times, 2 fumbles and an interception, and you give the Gades a short field to work with. You're only down by 2 touchdowns, and that might be the good thing, huh?
Yeah, no, sorry.
I should say only down by 2 touchdowns.
I have her only 6 of 19, Davidson is, but 3 big plays and 2 of them for touchdowns. But the defense has been there for obviously the other 14 or the other 13. But boy, it's just giving up that big play that has hurt them so far.
Well, the Spartans will be kicking off in the second half. The defense has actually played, I think, fairly well because looking at where the Oregon Lady Gades have started their possession at the Seattle 22, at the Seattle 6, Seattle 43, Seattle 40, Seattle 48-yard line. And of all that short fields to work with, again, the only 2 touchdowns, the Seattle Spartans defense playing tough. And again, last year, as the Everett Rain, they only gave up an average of 12 points per game. They led the league in defense. But the offense is going to need to come together, and it seemed like we had a little bit of a spark there. They were handing off to Olivia Quarles, running back, and she had some big plays for the Spartans.
Yes, she did. Unofficially, I had her for 34 yards there, all in the second quarter. Miss Pelham, of course, she had 48 unofficially. Most of hers were in the first quarter. They kind of gave her a little bit of a break. She was also obviously playing both ways and making some big plays there as a safety, I believe. So probably starting to wear down there in that second period. But Coral sure brought in a spark plug for a bit there, and then the Medford kind of figured it out.
All right, now Michelle Walsh will be kicking off for the Spartans, back deep. Trying to look at who we're looking at for the Lady Gades. They've got 3 players back deep.
Brewster and 14.
And that would be Devon Walker. She's the one that ran around. It's going to be a short kick, fielded about the 35-yard line, cutting up over the 40, 45, 50. There's a flag thrown. And on the stop for the Spartans was Britanna Flickinger from Stanwood. And this penalty thrown from the line judge. Let's see who this penalty is going to go against. They spot the ball at the 46, and it is going to be holding against the Oregon Lady Gades. So that negates was a pretty good return. Short kick, but they are going to move the football back 10 yards.
10-yard penalty.
And they'll move this back to the 36. So Oregon will take over their first possession at their own 36-yard line. And they're probably their toughest field position yet of this ball game in quite a while. So they'll set up their quarterback, Becca Davidson. 1 back in the backfield, 2 wideouts right, 2 left. Davidson gets a snap. She's going to hand off over to Orno. Ono bringing her on the left-hand side. She's got some speed. She turns it upfield, gets over the 45, over the 50, into Spartan territory, all the way down to the 43-yard line. And that was just a jet sweep that Ono turned the corner, and she put on the jets and made a big, big gain all the way down to the Seattle 43.
First and 10, Southern Oregon.
So it'll be first down and 10. Ball on the far hash mark. 2 wide outs right, 2 to the left again for the Lady Gades. Davidson gets a snap, and there's a fumble on the on the handoff. Trying to hand off to Emily Murphy. And the Spartans come up with a big return. And it's going to be Spartan ball at the 44.
That's 55 has the fumble recovery.
And that would be
Jennifer Reynolds.
Jennifer Reynolds with the recovery for your Spartans. First and 10 Spartans at their own 44.
Yeah, the Spartans see if they can come up with some magic and get this turnover. And work the ball downfield. Their first drive of the ball game was a long, time-consuming drive. Went 9 plays, I remember right. And ate a lot of clock. Unfortunately, it kind of stalled. Went all the way down to the Gades 22-yard line.
Looks like Walsh will be back in the backfield again.
Walsh at quarterback in for Brittany Murphy, who started the ball game. Walsh, an All-American. Gets a snap. Going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham goes left and cuts it up the middle, and she gets about 3 yards. Little zig and a zag.
Walsh's hand up.
Nice job after being stuffed like that, able to spin herself around and get an opening there.
So
Timeout, Spartans.
Seattle Spartans are going to call a timeout, and we'll keep it right here. Again, I'd like to remind you, Seattle Spartans, they are going to be playing 4 regular season games here at home, Frank Goddard Stadium. Come on out. Tickets, they are affordable. $12 pre-sale. 15 at the gate. Now, if you're military or senior, just $10. Kids under 5 are free. Hey, they've got all kinds of fun games. They had the field goal kick at halftime, dancers, great food out. They get the food truck as well, and they've also got your official Seattle Spartan gear. Now, if you have some Spartan gear, you get $5 off your ticket at the door. Tickets available, and you can get season tickets as well. Our next game will be April 27th against the Portland Fighting Shockwave. Now, Spartans have it 2nd down and 8 from the 46, their own 46. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide outs to the left. Now, player goes in motion. That's Sarah Cooper. Walsh gets a snap, fakes the handoff to the first back and hands off to Pelham, and Pelham is met right in the backfield. No gain. And she is going to be tackled for about a 2-yard loss back to the 44-yard line. So 3rd down and 10. Lights have been on and now really starting to take effect here at Frank Goddard Stadium, located in South Everett.
Looks like the wind has died.
Yeah, that's a kind of a blessing. Wide out to the right, 1 to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Walsh gets a snap. It's a low snap, picks it up out of the turf, rolls out to her right, gets the pass off. It's going to be incomplete. We see a flag thrown from the far judge on the line. In the backfield. 4th and 10. Spartans are going to go for it. Get the snap. Got a flag thrown. Walsh has some time. Now she's scrambling. She's going to throw it downfield. It's going to be broken up, and it is going to be 52 that for the Oregon Gades that breaks that up. And let's see what this penalty is. Going to be a procedure call, and that is going to be declined.
On the Spartans, that penalty is declined. It'll be 1st and 10, Southern Oregon.
That was kind of a late call from the line judge.
At the 44.
Usually they blow the whistle before that one. They can get a play off. So now 1st down and 10. The Lady Gades, they'll take over in good field position at the Seattle 44-yard line. Davidson, one back in the backfield. Gets a snap, high snap, looking to throw, looking to go downfield. Has a wide open receiver. Ew, just in and out of the hands of Amanda Brewster. And boy, Brewster, that was a wide open. Spartans defense let her get wide open and free backfield, and they're lucky that's not a touchdown.
Davidson's got a pretty good arm. You could match her up against a lot of high school quarterbacks out there.
Yes, she could. She can wing it downfield, and she's been on target more than not. She's had a couple big plays downfield for touchdowns, and she's had a couple of incompletes that have been draw passes. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 backs in the backfield, 2nd down and 10. Davidson gets a snap, and she's going to hand off to Ono. Ono on the right-hand side, and the blocker in front of her. She's going to get about 5 yards before she is brought down. And on the stop for the Seattle team is Fiandra Keaton out of Kirkland.
3rd and 7 at the 40.
So I'm going to say 3rd and 6 from the 40-yard line. And
3rd down and 7 at the
12:25 left to go in this 3rd period. In the Southern Oregon Gades, Lady Gades, leading this one 12-0. 3rd down and 6. Davidson gets a snap. She's looking to throw. She's going out to the right-hand side. It's going to be incomplete. Good defensive coverage that time for the Seattle Spartans, and that was Brianna Flickinger on the coverage. So 4th down and 6.
Louder, fans, we can't hear you.
And the crowd announcer trying to get them all excited. Getting that crowd worked up here. See if it works. 4th down and 7 for the Southern Oregon Lady Gades. Spartan defense has been tough all night long. 2 wide outs left, 2 to the right. Davidson gets a snap, looking to throw. Now she's going to get pressured, and she's going to get tackled. She's spinning and still running. She breaks out of the mob. She gets over the 35, over the 30, and down to the 28-yard line, and flags thrown. Oh, I thought she was going to be tackled at the 40-yard line at the line of scrimmage, and Davidson just does some spinning and zigging and zagging and pops out of the mob. And let's see what this is going to be. Could be a holding. Let's see. Flags came out from all directions, though. So whatever it was, the officials all saw it. It's going against Southern Oregon.
Looks like a block in the back for Southern Oregon.
Announcer is saying, yep, block in the back. So brings back an outstanding run by Davidson and brings it back and all the way to the 40-yard line. And basically what this is going to be is a do-over. 4th down and 6. Looked like Davidson was trying to hand off in that last play, and then tucked it in and ran it herself. Here we go. 2 wideouts left, 2 to the right. Davidson, high snap. Has time to throw, going down the middle. It's going to be complete to Brewster at the 23-yard line. Big 1st down, and on the stop for the Seattle Spartans
Pelham
was Nicole Pelham.
And that was a big hit by her. I thought she might jar that ball loose, but did no such luck.
Brewster
Brewster
doing a good job of holding on to that one. And you mentioned again, Danielson's got a pretty good arm.
Seattle 24.
So 2 wide outs again, out to the right, 2 to the left. And Seattle Spartan defense in a hole here. 11 minutes left to go in the 3rd period. He's going to hand off to Ono. Ono on the left-hand side breaks a tackle. She's over the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And I think Pelham might have saved another touchdown.
86, Lori Durst.
And Durst and Pelham on the spot and all the way down to the, make it to 8. And back-to-back 1st downs for the Lady Gades, and it's 1st and goal to go from the 8. So the Spartan defense backs against the wall. Really trying to keep this one close, 12-0 already. Davidson's going to hand off to Ono. Ono again on the left-hand side. This time the Spartans shut it down. Maybe a gain of 2 to the 7-yard line. Gave it a 1 to the 7.
Phaedra Keaton with a nice tackle there. Just stuffed Ono.
See what they marked at. They're going to say, I'm looking at one line, Judge, and the other one's at the 7. The other one's at the 6, and they're going to put it at the 7.
Second and goal at the Spartans.
Second and goal from the 7-yard line. Becca Davidson, the quarterback for the Southern Oregon Lady Gades. They're taking a long time to get this play set up. It could be close to delay a game. Let's see. 2 wideouts left, 2 to the right. They do get the play off. Davidson gets a snap, getting pressured, running out to her right, and she's got room to run. Turns the corner, gets to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown. Southern Oregon, almost sacked, but just Davidson turns on the jets and runs away from the defense.
It's the 3rd time where she's been able to take a busted play and make a very good positive out of it.
Tammy Johnson, I think, almost had her in the backfield. So they're going to go for the 2-point conversion, and that is going to be a 7-yard Davidson run.
So I don't know who that was, 43?
44. That's Davidson. Becca Davidson, the quarterback.
Davidson. Is 1 star? No, I meant it on the left tackle.
Oh, and that would be Brandy Ride on the tackle, or attempted. So now they're going to go for the single point. And who's that kicking there?
14.
And that would be Devon Walker. Kicks up, and it is good. So that's going to make it 19-0 with 9:31 left to go in the 3rd period. Southern Oregon Lady Gades lead it 19-0. You are listening to Seattle Spartan WFA football right here on STSPN. Goddard Stadium, 19-0 our score. That was a 6-play drive. Ended up with a 7-yard Becca Davidson touchdown run. And they kick off. It's going to be fielded at the 20, over the 25. Bring it up the right side, over the 35. And breaking a tackle is Miranda Hansen. She gets close to about the 39-yard line. Good return for the Seattle Spartans. Well, there's plenty of time to get back into this, but Spartans need to do something right here, don't you think, Bob? Getting 1 touchdown and leaving out this the lopsided score so far.
They just can't seem to get that rhythm going. They get 3 nice plays, and then all of a sudden something happens. They just need to find that rhythm like that first possession where they had the 13 plays. Obviously, not getting points out of that, but still.
So 1st down and 10 for the Seattle Spartans at their own 40-yard line. Plenty of time to get back. Only 9:19 left to go in the 3rd period, but they need to give their defense a little bit of a rest here and of anything else. So a long drive here, hopefully ending up with some points, is just what the doctor ordered. And it is, who is that quarterbacking? Is that going to be Brittany Wilson?
It's Walsh still, and then Quirrell is in.
Okay, Walsh.
And actually, Quirrell and Pelham, so they're going to have both their featured backs here.
And Cheyenne Matson coming in. They did a quick count and realized that they were a player short. Here's the snap. Walsh looking to throw, looking to go deep, going downfield, and it is going to be intercepted at the 44-yard line over the 50, 40, cutting it up inside, and that's Brewster on the interception. She was right there with Miranda Hansen, the intended receiver, and Brewster came away with it. And that is going to be the fourth turnover for the Seattle Spartans. And again, the turnovers putting the defense in a hole. They've got a short field to defend. Again, ball at the 28.
First and 10.
So first and 10.
That interception was a tough one, though. Hansen was right there and just couldn't quite pull that ball back away from Brewster.
Good coverage. Ball was pretty well thrown. Brittany Wilson coming in. So now Becca Davidson sets him up again for the Lady Gades. First and 10 from the 28. She's going to hand off to 13. That is Emily Murphy. Murphy brings it up on the left-hand side, and she's got room to run. Gets over the 25 all the way down to about the 20-yard line, close to a first down.
To the 20-yard line.
Just shy of the first down. And we were worried about the
from the 20.
thinking maybe the Lady Gades would maybe tire, but looks like the speed on the ends is tiring out this Spartan defense, who has been on the field for a good chunk of this ball game.
Well, the Gades have also been able to bring in different running backs just like the Spartans have, but they've been getting some good production out of all of them.
Second down and 2. Davidson gets a snap. It's going to hand off to Ono. Ono bringing it on the right-hand side this time. Breaks a tackle. And on the stop, Brandy Ride for the Seattle Spartans. Holds her, I think, just short of her first down. So it'll be third down and about 2.
Third down and
Ball
2.
just on the other side of the 20-yard line. I would say almost a third and a long one here. Lights definitely taking effect here as darkness hits Frank Goddard Stadium. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Becca looks to the right. Directing traffic, gets a snap. She's looking to throw, pumps once, pumps twice, goes to the end zone, and going to be incomplete. And on the attempted catch was going to be Devon Walker, and Becca Davidson led her just a little bit too long because Walker was wide open.
What about a highlight reel catch, though? That was a full extension. Would have led her right into the end zone with that catch.
We'll give Walker A for effort trying to get that one. She went all the way horizontal. So fourth down and just about a yard and a half. Spartan defense needs a big stop here. Right now it's a 19-0 ball game. Give up another touchdown, and it's going to be a steep mountain to climb to get back into this, if it's not already.
Defense.
Davidson kind of directs traffic. Now we've got a whistle, and the Southern Oregon Lady Gades are going to take a timeout. So with 7:12 left to go in the third period, Southern Oregon Lady Gades lead it 19-0 over our Seattle Spartans. You're listening to Seattle Spartan WFA football on STSPN.
At the end of the third quarter, pay off the raffle tickets because we have a special presentation.
Get low and hit somebody. If I send the blitz, you better kill somebody. Yeah. If you get in the backfield and you get to the quarterback, I swear to God, if you don't wrap up, we're going to be doing push-ups all week next week.
Go.
right? Take a look, do your job.
Welcome back to Frank Goddard Stadium, 19-0. Our score of Southern Oregon Lady Gades leading this one is 4th down and 2 after a interception. The Gades have moved the ball down to the Spartan 20-yard line. Spartan defense holding tough, and they need to hold tough one more time, see if they can turn this ball over on downs. 4th and about 1.5 yards. Becca Davidson sets them up, 2 backs in the backfield.
Stay on her, tight. Hey, watch your side, Jen, watch your side.
Snap. Davidson's going to keep it herself. Rolls out to the left. She turns the corner. She's got the first down and then steps out of bounds at the 10. And that one, I think, with design play, just running around the left-hand side. And she's a good-sized young lady, but she put it on the Jets, and she's got some speed.
Well, their left tackle really does a good job of setting that edge. Although their plays around that corner have had no problems.
So first down and 10 from the Stanwood 11-yard line. So I say Stanwood? Let me say Seattle. I knew somewhere along the way there. Many years calling the Stanwood Spartans, but we're talking Seattle Spartans here tonight. And Gades have it. First down and goal to go from the 10-yard line. Spartans need to come up with a stop, maybe a turnover. Becca Davidson gets a snap, high snap. She's looking to throw. She goes into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete, trying to hit Brewster. And on the coverage for the Seattle Spartans, Phaedra Keaton. And we have a flag on the play? No, okay. Thought I heard a whistle like that, maybe a penalty, but guess not. So 2nd and goal. And one thing, even if the Lady Gades don't get points here, Bob, just eating the clock is a big advantage to them at this point with this drive. Spartans need to get the ball back and get back on the board if they want to get back into this ball game. Down 19-0, 3 touchdowns, 3 possession ball game. Becca Davidson looks over the defense, gets a snap, rolls out to her right. She's getting pressure. She's going to get wrapped up, and she's going to get sacked all the way back to the 23-yard line. Big play by number 27, Olivia Quarles.
Yes. She came charging in from the far right-hand side. Did a really good job of letting Davidson be set up by the other rusher. I did not see the number, and then, boom, she finished it off.
I think that was Stephanie Howard there also pressuring. So that was a big, big play for the Seattle Spartans. And it was second down, goal to go. Now third down, goal to go, but instead of from the 10, it's from the 20. That was a big play. Let's see if they can do it again. Becca Davidson gets a snap. It's a low snap. She's looking to throw. She's going into the end zone. It's going to be complete at the 5 and brought down about the 1. And on the catch was Devon Walker, who's shaken up. Couldn't see who was on the coverage. I think that was Miranda Hansen.
Whoever came in for the saving tackle, was actually off coverage but came in for the tackle.
So it's going to be 4th and goal to go from about the 1.5 yard line.
Around the 1.5.
So it is could be the ball game on the line right here for the Seattle Spartans. 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Becca Davidson gets a snap. She's looking to throw. She's looking to go into the end zone. And it is complete, I believe. No, incomplete.
for a Gades touchdown.
That is in there for a touchdown. I'm looking at the officials, and somebody say touchdown, and yes, it was going into number 24. 2-yard touchdown pass.
She just sat back in that zone and was wide open. Just a little pitch and catch for Davidson to Brewster.
So now they're going to go to the extra point. I think the officials all looking at each other and going, who tells whether it's a touchdown or not?
44 will kick.
So kicking number 44, we don't have on a roster. The
That's
kick is
14.
up.
It's actually 14.
And, well, if that was 14, that would be Devon Walker. She boots it, and it's going to be blocked.
Kick is blocked by the Seattle Spartans.
PAT, no good. So after that, we will take a quick break. It is the Southern Oregon Lady Gades 25 and our Seattle Spartans nothing. You're listening to Seattle Spartan football, WFA football on STSPN. Frank Goddard Stadium. Our score, Southern Oregon Lady Gades 25 and our Seattle Spartans nothing. And Seattle, minute 4:45 left to go in this third period. They need a drive and need a little bit of success here. This game's starting to get one-sided. And the kick is going to be picked up and fielded at the 28. Bringing it up over the 35. Up to the 39-yard line, and that's Holly Amelia from Everett. And they're going to, Seattle will take over. Pretty good field position. And Seattle is going to need to just establish a drive just to give their defense a rest. Because they have been out there, seems like most of the second period and most of this third period here, Bob.
Yeah, once again, of course, we've been seeing a lot of the running backs are playing both ways. But we need Miss Walsh. She needs, of course, having a hard time getting warmed up because she hasn't had an opportunity to get a couple of plays under her belt.
So Spartans come out, first down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. 2 wide outs to the left, 3 to the right. Empty backfield for Walsh. Spartans are going to need to score a lot and often. They're going to hand off to 29. Breaks a tackle and dives forward. That's Holly Amelia. She was almost tackled for a loss, but she just shook it off and managed to turn that one into a positive play. Not, well, doesn't get a good spot. Maybe a yard.
It was a tough handoff, and that slowed both of them down, unfortunately, and Amelia wasn't able to get that corner like she was hoping for.
Second down and 9 now for the Seattle Spartans. 3 wide outs right. This time 2 to the left. Walsh looks at the wristband, gets the play. Player goes in motion. And a little reverse, and they're going to hand off to Quarles. Quarles bounces off one tackle, shakes off another, and then brings it up to the line of scrimmage. And she maybe got about the original line of scrimmage, but she bounced off 3 or 4 Lady Gades in the backfield to get that.
Really strong.
About
run.
The most exciting 1-yard run I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I think we should be ecstatic that she's not about 3 yards behind, but she just bounced off about 4 different carriers or tacklers, as you said.
Third down and 7 now for the Seattle Spartans. Ball at their own 42-yard line. Walsh. Player go in motion. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. She's got time. Looking to go down over the middle. And this one incomplete. Trying to find a Miranda Hansen. And I think there might have been some miscommunication. is Walsh took a big hit just as she threw the ball, and she's shaken up. Ball was incomplete, and Walsh is definitely took a big hit just as she got rid of the ball. Again, I think she was expecting a zig, and she got a zag. Now, whose fault that was, I don't know, but ball ended up in the turf. So it's going to be third down and 7. As Walsh is being attended to. WFA football, Women's Football Alliance, and it is right here in Seattle. And they play here at Everett's Frank Goddard Stadium. We've got 3 more games coming your way this season, and we'd like to see you come on out and enjoy it. Tickets are on sale right now. You get season tickets, and Walsh gets up, and she gingerly walking off the field. Coming up, next game will be April 27th against the Portland Fighting Shockwave. That'll be First Responders Night. They get $2 off tickets. So policemen, emergency firefighters get $2 off a ticket. And Walsh, a little frustrated, she comes off the field. And I think she was nursing an injury we heard prior to the game, and that might have re-aggravated it.
4th and 7.
So 4th down and 7.
At the 42.
At the 42 for the Seattle Spartans. Brittany Wilson back in at quarterback. Empty backfield. She gets a snap, looking to throw, looking to go deep, and it's going to be intercepted at the 42-yard line. This could be a pick 6. Over the 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Southern Oregon Lady Gades, and Devon Walker. She had to give that about a 53-yard pick 6. And that one, I think, just got away from Brittany, and right there to make her pay was Devon Walker. And this one is getting away from the Seattle Spartans now, 31-0. And now I think Seattle Spartans are going to be looking just to get that offense going, to get a little bit of
can't seem
positive.
To find that quite click. They can't seem to get what plays are going to get them rolling again.
First down, now we'll go for the extra point. Are they going to kick it? Are they going to go for 2?
Looks like they got Walker set up. Nope.
Yeah, they're going to discuss it.
Nope, now they got...
Yeah, they're going for 2. Becca Davidson gets a snap, looking to throw, going into the end zone, going to be incomplete. So the extra point no good. So that is going to make it 31-0. We will take a quick break. You are listening to Seattle Spartan WFA football right here on STSPN. Goddard Field, and it is all Southern Oregon Lady Gades so far. They kick off, going to be fielded at the 25, up over the 35, up the middle, and breaking a tackle over the 50. Into Gade territory at the 45 is Pelham. Nicole Pelham with a big return. And that is going to be into the Oregon 40, what do they spot this, 45-yard line.
That'd be the spark they're looking for.
And right now, I think the Seattle Spartans just need to have a good drive to result in some points for kind of a positive feeling to turn this one around because
First and 10.
it just seems that they've been real close offensively, but for whatever reason, just have not been able to connect 2 or 3 plays together for any kind of success here this afternoon. First down and 10. Brittany Wilson in at quarterback. 3 wide outs right, 2 to the left. Gets a snap, looking to throw. A little screen pass to Pelham, in and out of her hands, and that's a dangerous one. It was a forward pass, but not forward by much, and had that been a backward pass, of course, that would have been a lateral and a fumble.
Just her eyes off the ball for a brief moment, getting herself squared up to make the run before she had the ball. But, boy, she had some room. She had some blocking, too. I like that play. The jet sweep wasn't necessarily working for us, but that set up for a really nice play there with a lot of blocking on that right-hand side.
So it'll be second down and 10. 2:29 left to go in the third period. Again, just tuning in, it's 31-0. Southern Oregon Lady Gades out of Medford, Oregon, leading this one. Second down and 10. And now officials blow a whistle. Now we're ready to go. Empty backfield for the Spartans. Wilson gets a snap, fakes the handoff. Pass is going to be out and incomplete. And that one just a little short, trying to find Holly Amelia in the motion.
She had 2 Gades right in her face, Wilson did, and could not get that ball up and over them as they were rushing her.
So third down and 10 for the Seattle Spartans. This is the first game of the season. So third down and 10. 3 wide outs right, 2 left. Amelia in motion, fakes the handoff to Wilson, then pass over to Amelia. She catches this one. She brings it upfield, gets it up to about the 40-yard line. Just see where they spot this one, to the 41.
Out to the 41-yard line.
And that is what they wanted to do the last time they ran that play, and that time a little bit of success and moved the 4 forward. So now it's going to be 4th down and 7 for the.
3rd down and 7.
Boy, that same play now, instead of waiting for that to develop there for the fullback, why don't we get that wide out over there? That wide out was wide open on that play.
Let's see, 4th down and 7 now for the Spartans. Brittany Wilson has Amelia go in motion, gets a snap, looks to go over the middle, and ooh, that was in and out of the hands of Kelsey O'Connor, the big lineman for the Gades. And it's going to be incomplete.
O'Connor on the stop.
So turnover on downs. And
41.
minute 31 left to go in this third period.
At halftime, get your raffle tickets out.
So now the Gades take over, ball at their own 41. And again, the Spartan defense, at least they've got a little bit of field to defend this time. But the Gades offensively have been able to mix it up, throwing the ball, running the ball. Hence a lead, 31-0. Becca Davidson, the quarterback, gets a snap. Going to hand off to Ono. Ono on the right-hand side. She does a little zig move, turns the corner, spin move, and gets into Spartan territory. But they're going to say she just touched the sideline right about the 50-yard line. Just short of a first down, make it a 9-yard gain. Ono's got some nifty moves.
Yes, she does. A little bit of speed and then just a little bit of shake and bake there.
Second down and a yard for the Southern Oregon Lady Gades. I know the Spartans are going to look at this game and look at the game film, and score may not indicate it, but boy, there just didn't seem like an inch here and a foot there, missing tackles and or having success offensively themselves. They'll play this team again later on this season. Second down and a yard. Davidson gets a snap, going to hand off to Ono. Ono on the right-hand side. She's got room to run, turns it upfield, gets over the 45, the 40, and finally she's brought down out of bounds at the 35-yard line on the stop for the Seattle Spartans. I believe that was Phaedra Keaton.
That's another first down.
And a big first down for the Gades.
Defense.
And the crowd announcer doing a good job getting the crowd in and excited about the defense. And
fans, we can't hear you.
crowd might be thinking might be a little too late. 31-0, 23 seconds.
Defense.
And the clock running down. 23 seconds left to go in this third period.
At the 35.
2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Becca Davidson looking over the defense. Long count. They're going to run the clock out, and they do. And that's going to be the end of 3 quarters of play. And the Oregon Southern Lady Gades lead at 31-0 over our Seattle Spartans. This is Seattle Spartan WFA football right here on STSPN. And welcome back, Frank Goddard Stadium, as we go to the final period of play here. And it has been all Southern Oregon Lady Gades here in our first game of the season. 31-0 our score. And the Gades are still continuing moving the football, and they'll take over first down and 10 from the Seattle Spartan 35-yard line. And if we had the official time of possession clock, it would be lopsided and a big margin to the Lady Gades. They have had their offense on the field for a good portion of this ball game. Spartan defense has played better than the score would indicate. They've had short fields to defend. Becca Danielson at quarterback gets a snap, faking a handoff, looking to throw, going downfield over the middle, and we're going to have a flag. This one hit the lineman that was down there, and no, that's at number 52 we don't have on our roster. And they're going to call legal lineman downfield is what I'm guessing. That one hit her right between the numbers, about 7 yards down.
Well, but is 52 a tight end, I almost wonder?
Yeah.
The numbers here don't really quite, qualify for who's what position.
Officials having a discussion over it. We got more games coming your way here.
Illegal touching.
And it's going to be against the Oregon.
At the Seattle 35.
We've got our next game will be on the 27th, and that will be against the Portland Fighting Shockwave. Get your tickets. It'll be First Responders Night. If you're a policeman or fireman or emergency worker, get $2 off on your ticket. Spartans will have next week. They take on the Tacoma Trauma. It doesn't get easier. And then on the 27th, we'll have the Portland Fighting Shockwaves. So we'll see you back in about 2 weeks. Second down and 15. Ball at the 40. Davidson looking to throw, going downfield. Brewster wide open. She nails him right at the 25. Brewster breaks the tackle over the 10, the 5, and touchdown, Lady Gades. That was a 42-yard touchdown pass.
That was a 42-yard touchdown.
And very impressed with Becca Davidson. She put that one right on the money to Brewster.
Yeah, in stride, too. That was nicely done. Brewster found a nice little zone there that was just wide open. We had our cornerbacks and our safeties where they needed to be, theoretically, but not where Davidson and Brewster were playing.
So they're going to try to kick the extra point, and it'll be Devon Walker kicking. And they sit up. There's the snap. There's the kick, and it's up, and it is good.
Devon Walker's kick is good.
And so that makes it a score 38-0. And we'll be right back. This is WFA Seattle Spartan football on STSPN.
Are they going to re-kick it or not?
Oh, is there a flag? Oh, I missed out.
There was a roughing the kicker penalty on Seattle. And it'll be enforced on the kickoff. 14:42 remaining in the contest. 38-0 Southern Oregon.
Welcome back. Frank Goddard Stadium on a Saturday evening. It is the first game of the 2019 WFA season and inaugural game for our Seattle Spartans, but unfortunately for them, it has been all Southern Oregon Lady Gades from Medford, Oregon. They've come out here and they have really put on an offensive show, Bob.
A lot of steam, a lot of team speed for the Gades, both in receiving and in the running back positions.
So there was a penalty on the extra point, roughing the kicker, and they're going to be kicking from the 50-yard line. So back deep is going to be Miranda Hansen and Holly Amelia. And kicking is going to be Davidson for your Southern Oregon Lady Gades. And this one is going to be picked up by Amelia. Oh, off her chest. She's going to be picked up by, then Hansen picks it up. She zigs to the right and then cuts field, and she's going to get swarmed at the 10-yard line. She's trying to make lemonade out of lemons on that one, and that time the Gades just weren't going to let her.
Got to trust those blockers. Just got to follow those blockers as best you can.
So this will be the first possession for Seattle in this fourth period. And they're going to have it first down and 10. They're going to give her forward progress from the 14.
First and 10, Seattle.
So Spartans need to just have a nice drive here and see if they can develop some kind of success. Give them something to work on this week before their game against Tacoma next week. And Southern Oregon is going to call a timeout. So we'll take a quick break. 38-0 our score. Southern Oregon Lady Gades leading our Seattle Spartans. This is WFA football on STSPN. Frank Goddard Stadium. 38-0 our score, and it's going to be first down and 10 for the Seattle Spartans at the 14-yard line. Brittany Wilson, empty backfield. She fakes the handoff. She's looking to throw, going over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted at the 15, the 5, and a pick 6, and that is going to be Miss Brewster again.
Brewster in for the pick 6 touchdown.
14-yard pick 6. And that is just, that is the proverbial nail right there, probably. But this Seattle Spartan team, again, just one game. You got the whole season in coming up. You got new coach, new owner, new coaching staff.
That is the one thing with the Women's League, no preseason, obviously. They don't have enough time to do that. But when you have a new coach, you're trying to implement a whole new offense, totally varied from last year's style. A lot for the ladies to, A, gather in from last year's team and still make it worthwhile.
So here comes the extra point. Snaps there. Kick is up, and it is good. So that makes it a 43-0 ball game. We'll be back. This is WFA football, Seattle Spartan football on STSPN. That doesn't sound right to me either. Frank Goddard Stadium, home of your Seattle Spartan football team. WFA football team, their first game of the season, and not gone the way that they'd like. This is just kind of when things start to go bad, everything goes bad. But again, it's just one game, first game of the season, and as we were just talking, the coaches will take this back to the drawing board to look at film, and this coaching staff, they've got some experience. They're going to turn it around. Here comes the kick, going to be fielded at the 28-yard line, getting up over the 30, the 35, and having some room over the 40. And getting it to the 43.
Darth, the ball carrier.
Darth on the return. So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Seattle Spartans at the 43. Brittany Wilson will be at quarterback. And we're going to have first down and 10
First and 10, Seattle.
from the 43. I was looking at the chains and across the way there.
My eyes are crossed or something.
It's the first game for everybody. Two wide outs to the left, two backs in the backfield. Wilson gets a snap. Not yet. Well, she's ready to get the snap. And she is going to hand off to number 23. That is Phaedra Keaton. And Keaton's going to get met in the backfield for about a couple-yard loss.
Loss of 2 or 3.
Ball at the 40. Going to spot this. Give her forward motion, so I'll make it a 42, 1-yard loss.
1-yard loss.
And second down and 11.
At the 42.
So next week, the Seattle Spartans are going to travel down, and they take on the Tacoma Trauma down in Tacoma. And the next home game, we'd like to see you here, as they take on the Portland Fighting Shockwave. Second down and 11. Wilson gets a snap. She's getting pressured. She's going to get sacked back at the 37-yard line.
I don't know if that was a miscue play. I think she was looking to flip that to the side, but there was nobody there for her to flip it to.
It just seems like how many times have we seen it in various sports, though, once things go off the rails, they really go off. And So this team is a lot better than what we're seeing right here. I would say that first half maybe a little more indicative. It's defense
Third down and long.
has I would say I would give the defense a C plus. They've had a lot of short fields to defend. Offense is just trying to find their stride. Wilson sets up 2 wide outs left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. I believe that's Quarles. They're going to pitch out. No, it's going to be to Phaedra. Phaedra bringing it around the left-hand side, and she's going to get tackled at the 31 for a loss. We get the 31-yard line.
Ball's at the 31.
So 4th and a bunch. And are we going to see a punt? Nope.
4th and very long for the Spartans. At the
We haven't seen a punt all game long, have we?
We had one attempt that went over the punter's head, if it was going to be a punt.
4th down and a bunch. Let's see what the Spartans are set to do. Go for it. Why not? And they are. I like this. Why not do it? 2 wide outs left, 2 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Brittany Wilson gets a snap. She's looking to throw. A little flare pattern out on the outside. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to hit that one out to Christina Roberts, the tight end. And that is going to be a turnover on downs.
Number 48, Christina Roberts. Turnover on downs.
11:21 left to go in the ball game.
32-yard line.
And the Lady Gades come back, and they're going to have a good field position again at the Seattle 32. And we can go and take a look at field position. The Lady Gades have had this ball game, and I would say over half of them have been on the Seattle Spartan side of the field. 1st down and 10. So the defense has had a short field to work with. Becca Davidson gets a snap. She rolls out to her left. She's got time now. She's going to tuck it and run. She turns the corner, gets over the 30, and gets chased out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Gain of about 5. And she's kind of sneaky fast, isn't she? She doesn't look like she's going very quick, but all of a sudden she turns on the jets, and there's 5-yard gain.
I wonder what kind of experience she has. She sure seems to know a real good sense of the field and where she needs to go to escape her situation there. So time and time again, she's able to find that open spot to run to.
She's we don't have her on our roster, but I had a chance just to say hello to her earlier before the game, and I think she's about, I would guess, about 5'5", 5'6", and she's a well-built young woman, and looks like she can throw it, and definitely she can run, and she's hard to bring down. 2nd down and 5 for the Lady Gades. Spartan defense needs a stop here. And they're going to hand off to Ono. Ono trying to turn the corner. She does. Gets it up over the 25 all the way down to the 20. And then on the stop is going to be Phaedra Keaton for the Spartans.
Gain up to the 21-yard line, and that's another Gade 1st down.
So all the way down to, what do they mark this? The 21, and it is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21.
10 minutes left to go in this ball game. 45-0 our score. And now Becca Danielson is going to hand off to Brewster. Brewster bringing it on the right-hand side, giving chase and almost tackling for a loss, but missing it. And she cuts it up inside, gets to the 15, and almost there for the tackle for a loss. I believe was that Miranda Hansen coming in?
Miranda Hansen on the stop for the Spartans.
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 15.
So ball will be at the 15-yard line. This one, Lady Gades, they're taking their time, using as much clock as they possibly can. Becca Davidson sets up. Ono lone back in the backfield. Becca gets a snap, looking to throw, looking to go to the end zone, down into the, it's going to be incomplete. One of those bouncing, juggling attempts, and couldn't see who was on the attempt.
Oh, that was Devon Walker, but what happened there, unfortunately, was Miranda Hansen just fell down right before that. Otherwise, she'd been there on the coverage, no problem.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Lady Gades. Spartans need a stop right here. Give their offense one more opportunity. 8:47 left to go in this ball game. 3 wide outs to the right. Low snap. Davidson picks it up, looking to go into the end zone. She gets up there, and great defense by the Seattle Spartans. Lori Darth got up there and just swatted it away.
By number 86, Lori Darth.
So it'll be 4th down and 4.
4th and 4 at the 15.
We got emergency vehicles on the corner. Hopefully that's not concerning anybody around here. 4th down and 4. See if the Spartans can hold tough here. Becca Davidson sets up. She's got Ono on her left side. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Gets a snap, looking to throw. Gets it over and in and out of the hands of Ono. And it's going to be incomplete. Turn it over on downs. Good stop by the Seattle Spartans. Gives their offense one more opportunity.
Football at the 15.
We got more trucks coming.
Accident.
8:38 left to go in this ball game. Again, to remind you that senior season tickets, they are available. And I'd like to see a big crowd out here next week, or 2 weeks from now. On the 27th is the Spartans take on the Portland Fighting Shockwave. That's going to be first responders night, and we see probably 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 emergency vehicles out in the corner. They'd all come in, and they get $2 off their ticket. So 1st down and 10 for the Spartans from their own 15. And they're going to hand off on the right-hand side, breaking the tackle and bring it up out in the corner. Get up to the 20 was Quarles.
Quarles, the ball carrier.
Nice little 7-yard, 8-yard run there, huh?
Yeah, that was nice.
8 yards.
And, yeah, that Quarles, she's a speedy running back, more of a fullback type, just kind of hard to bring down. And Spartans had some success late in the first half. A couple first downs with Quarles, and Southern Oregon Gades made an adjustment and stopped that. So now to the 22. So it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Seattle Spartans. And Brittany Wilson, the quarterback, gets the offense set up how she wants. She's going to pitch out, and there's a fumble. It's going to be picked up by Miranda Hansen, and Hansen is just going to get buried in the backfield. Excuse me, that's Quarles on the catch, or on the pickup. It was a mistake on the handoff, and Quarles picked it up and tried to make something of it, but the Lady Gades right there to bring her down, and they bring it back to the 15. So
3rd and 10.
be 3rd down and 10. 6:50 left to go in this ball game. 45-0 our score. Spartans need a long drive here, get some touchdowns, or even a first down would be a nice little victory. Something to momentum to build on for next week.
Oh, yeah.
One wide out to the right, one to the left.
The high school have a play clocks on the field, have they? No.
Wilson
Popkini does.
gets a snap, rolls out to her left, looking to throw and trying to find number 48. That's Christina Roberts, who is well covered. It's going to be incomplete.
Christina Roberts.
So it'll be 4th down and 10.
15 for Seattle.
But we'd like to see a big crowd out here in 2 weeks as the Seattle Spartans take on the Portland Fighting Shockwave. And remember, if you can't get out here to follow your Seattle Spartans, you can always follow them on STSPN. We've got 3 more home games on the schedule. I'm just going to go on a limb. I will go to San Diego for playoffs if you want to send me. 4th down and 10. Spartans have a player go in motion. Wilson gets a snap, and they're going to hand off to Pelham. Pelham on the left-hand side breaks a tackle. She may have the first down. No, it's going to be Quarles. Quarles
the ball carrier.
does have the first down, gets it up to the 26.
Up to the 26, and that's another.
I don't want to speak for you, Bob, but I'm sure you'd go to San Diego for playoffs if we get invited, right?
Sure, it's got to be way better weather than whatever Seattle's going to be in June.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Seattle Spartans. That was a nice run by Quarles. Good hole by the offensive line. Brittany sets them up. 2 back in the backfield, 2 wide outs to the left. Long count. Brittany gets a snap. You can hand off to Quarles. Quarles hits the line of scrimmage and just plows for an extra yard or 2. That was hard running there with 3 Lady Gades on her. And gets maybe about 2 to 3 yards, but those were hard fought. And 5:11 left to go in this.
Finding a little bit of a hole here right now, right up the middle. The last 2 runs have both been up the middle. Maybe that'll soften up one of the sides next, but both those runs almost exact play.
Now it'll be 2nd down and 8. Spartans have seen 2 quarterbacks this evening. First Brittany Wilson and then Walsh. Brittany gets a snap, is going to hand off to Quarles. Quarles from the left-hand side breaks a tackle, still moving, still carrying players. She gets all the way out to the 34-yard line. Flag is thrown.
Up to the 34, but there are yellow hankies on the field.
And this might be coming back. Let's see. Usually that would be in the indication of maybe a hold.
Illegal formation is the call from the refs.
Looks like an illegal formation on the Spartans.
Yeah, all I can say, yep, procedure. So takes away a nice run by Miss Quarles. Clock stopped at 4 minutes, 26 seconds left to go. And they march this ball back to the 23-yard line.
The ball is moved back to the 23-yard line of Seattle. 2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Spartans.
2nd down and 13 Spartans.
2 wide outs left. 2 backs in the backfield. Brittany Wilson. She gets a snap, and they're going to hand off, I think, to Pelham. I couldn't tell if that was 27 or a 21.
That was Quarles again.
Quarles again. This time,
Quarles, the ball carrier.
Corals is met right at the line of scrimmage and goes nowhere, so it'll be, should be 4th down and 13.
4th down and 13.
Ball at the 23-yard line.
I got 3rd.
They got 3rd down? Who got 3rd? So we've got Brittany Wilson coming in from the sideline with the new play.
She's been doing that for the last 3 possessions. She's got to be getting tired, man.
2nd down and 13.
Good for
That's
her.
a good 20, 30 yards
Exactly.
running back and forth. I'd be out of breath after about 10 yards. I'm out of breath just coming up the stairs here. 3rd down and 13. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Here comes Brittany Wilson with the snap. She's going to pitch out. And spinning is Corals. And met right in the backfield again. Good stop for the Lady Gades, and that is going to be Lisa Wilson coming in and getting the stop. Now it'll be 4th down and 13.
4th and 13, Spartans.
Just got a hand on that on that ankle, excuse me. And just, Corals had a lane there she could have shot through, but just got a hand on the ankle to slow her down.
And Brittany runs to the sideline and is running back with the play. Again, this is the first game of the season. New team, new coaches, new owner. And don't let just one game paint your picture of this Seattle Spartan team. They've talking to the coaches and everybody. They've got a plan, and they're going to have some good football coming up this season. There's pitch out to Brittany to Corals. Corals breaks a tackle, carrying 3. Lady Gades for about a 4-yard gain.
Ball carrier.
And if it was a star for the Seattle Spartans here in this ball game, I would say Corals. Olivia Corals out of Renton, Washington.
I would just kneel it now. Yeah. I would.
Minute 48 left to go in this ball game.
1st and 10, Southern Oregon at the Seattle 31.
So it'll be now the Gades football. Let's see if they're going to take a knee here, and 45-0 the score. I would advise it.
Yeah. Come on.
They're gonna. These two teams will face each other again. Back in coming up May 25th down in Oregon, Medford. Spartans will look to get some revenge. Let's see, they're out of the shotgun. So with a minute 48, they're gonna run a play here. Becca Daniels gets a snap. She's looking to throw over the middle. It's going to be complete. It could be a fumble. Let's see.
Number 44.
And that is Devon Walker. Who's on the coverage on that?
I think it was Flickinger.
At the 28.
I think Flickinger, I mean, it looked like Walker maybe had possession there.
After the game, it was the 3 stars.
It almost could have been a fumble, but they're going to say incomplete.
305.
And we will have all the home games here from Frank Goddard Stadium here on STSPN. Watch it on the STSPN website or on YouTube. Comes the Becca Daniels. Sets up in the shotgun again. Low snap. They're going to hand off to Ono. Ono on the left-hand side. She's got room to run. And she runs right into 86, Lori Darth, who says that's as far as you're going.
That was a consummate open field tackle. Stats took her ground, took her squared up,
Darth on the stop
wrapped
for
up,
Spartans.
and then tackled.
And that
Nice
is
job by
the
Darth.
first down.
And they start the clock up with a minute 27. And I'm kind of surprised that Lady Gades aren't just taking a knee here. They're up 45-0. Be one thing if you're not going to have to face this team again, but you are coming up May 25th. And
Well, it's possible. When they were down in Medford, maybe the Spartans / the Rains kicked their cat or something.
you never know. But I think there's all kinds of bad karma. You try to run up the score.
1 minute.
2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Becca Danielson again out of the shotgun. And Danielson gets a snap, looking to throw, looking to go into the end zone. It's going to be complete. Touchdown, Lady Gades. And I couldn't see who caught that.
51-0.
I think it was Miss Brewster again.
Yes, you do.
And I want to say, it looks like a number 10 would be a Gabrielle Pimentel, if I'm right. I don't think that is Brewster. So they're going to go the extra point.
Number 14 will kick for Southern Oregon.
And that is going to be Devon Walker kicking.
Devon Walker kicking.
Snaps there. Kick is up. And it is good, so that makes it a 53-0 ball game with 36 seconds left to go. We'll take a quick break. This is WFA Seattle Spartan football on STSPN. And the Seattle Spartans will have one more opportunity to run a play. 36 seconds left to go in this ball game. And again, both of us a little shocked that the Southern Oregon Lady Gades didn't just take a knee, but no, they're out of the shotgun and threw a touchdown. Add insult to injury. And kind of wonder, guess this is, again, no preseason for either one of these teams, so maybe it's, hey, we're going to run as many plays as we possibly can, and that's what they did.
Well, they haven't thrown to Pimentel. If that was Pimentel, they haven't thrown to her very much. Maybe they wanted to see her in that particular play, I guess.
But these two teams, again, will meet May 25th down in Southern Oregon. And I think the stadium not yet determined for the Lady Gades where they're playing. I know they're out of Medford.
First and 10, Seattle at their
But
own 35.
Seattle Spartans, they will travel to Tacoma next week. And they're going to take on the Tacoma Trauma. And now Spartans take a knee. And that is going to do it for this ball game.
Takes a knee, it'll be second down.
Second down and 10, and they should be able to run out the clock, and they're shaking hands. So, again, the Spartans are going to come up, short on this one, way short, losing it 52-0. We will be back with our post-game show, and we'll find out what we have in store here. You are listening to Seattle Spartan WFA football on STSPN.
Thank you, fans, for coming out. Our next home game was April 27th.
And welcome back. The inaugural game did not go to the Seattle Spartans' way, losing to the Southern Oregon Lady Gades 52-0. Boy, Bob, it was one of these games that, the first few series looked like we were going to have a close game. Both defenses playing tough, forcing the other team to have turnovers on downs, forcing turnovers. But then it seems like a couple of fumbles, interception, and wheels kind of came off the offense for the Seattle Spartans, and that put their defense, with a short field to defend for most of that third period and the rest of this ball game, and that's the difference. And it's one game in the books. They've got some positives to believe it or not, to build on to for the rest of the season. No, Miss Quarles did an outstanding job.
Yes, she did. I think, once again, we kind of talked about it a few different times, but never getting a chance for continuity, never really getting the opportunity to try a bunch of different plays. We started seeing them try a few plays over and over again in the end there in the fourth quarter just to see how those plays would work. But I think their offense looks like it's designed on being able to do multiple sets, but unfortunately they didn't really seem to ever get a chance to run those multiple sets time and time again.
Yeah, and the defense. You look at a 52-0 score. You think the defense, didn't play very well. I would say that's not the case here tonight. Defense just had that short field, and you got to give hats off to Southern Oregon's quarterback Becca Davidson. That young lady's got an arm, and she can also throw it, and seems like she had a pretty good high quarterback IQ to know when to do either or.
That and the team speed. That was incredible. You had Ono, you had Walker, the legendary number 52, who we'll never know who she is because we're never going to see her again. But some incredible team speed that just really we didn't have an answer for, unfortunately.
Well, the Seattle Spartans, they will come out, and again, they are going to be playing in Tacoma next week. And I'm trying to find I had it out here. Our schedule. They play on the Tacoma Trauma next week, and then on the 27th they are back here. 20th, excuse me, and it will be against the Portland Shockwave, and that will be on Saturday, and we'll have that game for you live from here at Frank Goddard Stadium on STSPN. We want to say, hey, thank you again to the Seattle Spartans for having us up here. We want to thank Tal Elvig, our studio producer and cameraman, Sarah Elvig, and Louis Ziob, who did a great job with the cameras down on the field. And we want to thank everybody for listening, too. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. We want to see a big crowd out here 2 weeks from now as the Seattle Spartans take on the Portland Shockwave. So for Bob Crawford, I'm Perry Williams. Seattle Spartans lose this one 52-0. This has been Seattle Spartan WFA football on STSPN.